If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Guys, today we have the evolutions for the defenders this time. I think the defender one might be more interesting for a lot of people, just because if you actually ended up choosing some of these evolutions from beforehand, you have a lot of very solid options to work with. For example, in my SBC account right now, I actually have the Saliba card, and I could have actually, probably would have been like, no, I probably could have unlocked him by now. It's not really that too hard to unlock him, but he is one of the selections for it, and he actually looks like he could turn into a very, very good player for someone who didn't do the SBC version of him, right? So with Saliba, guys, you know, him being one of the solid options to work with is definitely a W, but if we check out this evolution, there's actually a few interesting ones you can work with if you actually want to go in these directions, because this one actually has some very significant boosts. I can't actually check here because I think it's one of my evolutions. Yes. Okay, so it's called Weak Foot Peak. I think Weak Foot Peak is a really, really big deal. First of all, 5-star Weak Foot, really big improvement on these cards. Jockey Plus, also a really big improvement, because especially after this patch, you want your players to be able to transition as well as possible. And I feel it with Saliba, especially, that I want that on the card, okay? Especially with the Intercept Plus, because Intercept Plus is amazing to work with in defense, right? But those two are very, very significant boosts on the card, right? Very, very significant. Now, if we take a look at Footbin, there are actually a few different center backs you can go with that would still be very, very solid options, right? I think that generally speaking, Saliba is probably going to be like the absolute top choice, unless people can get the rare gold version of Varane, right? So Varane, yeah, probably went up in price quite a bit. You know, he's got Anticipate Plus, and now they give him a Jockey Plus, right? For this card on a Shadow chemistry style, you know, he's still a lengthy player on a Shadow. Boosting the acceleration, sprint speed, and defending of the card is definitely very nice. But I will say that this is going to be for people that are kind of starting off more in the game, right? Like if you pack a Varane and you really need a good center back, a 5-star week for Varane with a Jockey Plus and Anticipate Plus will definitely be a really big thing. Now, in my opinion, I think Saliba is going to be the better option, right? And the reason being for this is because if you did do the rare defender upgrade like we did on the SBC account, he has Intercept Plus. Okay, Intercept Plus is massive, but as I'm using him for these Foot Champs games while doing the reviews for some of the attackers, I noticed that I want more jockey speed on him, right? Especially after this patch, because the defenders feel really, really bad when you don't have those specific things. And I'll tell you guys this right now, that when it comes to defensive awareness in game with the Intercept Plus, and now the fact that he gets a Jockey Plus while working with a regular Anticipate, it just seems like one of the very, very solid options, right? The improvements that the card receives is just very, very significant, you know? It doesn't say here. Oh, it does. It's sorry, I was like tripping out because it's Jockey and Jockey Plus. But yeah, no, the Jockey Plus would be really important. I still feel like I want that massive improvement on the card, right? So both of these two would be definitely the big W's to work with for the most part. I think Saliba definitely top tier choice, 100%, but you know, Gvardiol gets a card as well. So if you use him into Centurion center back, you now get a significantly improved version that is now a 5-star weak foot player who is a mostly lengthy on that Shadow chemistry style, right? So he's more of a higher acceleration over sprint speed kind of guy, but with defensive stats being upgraded in a good area, as well as the physicality, there's potential to work with on this card. I still feel like he probably needs another upgrade on top of that, especially with defenders. I feel like they need to be as full meta as possible, right? But Block Plus, Jockey Plus, very good playstyles to work with in general. Also has power header, pings pass, and long ball pass. So it is a center back that also has the passing capabilities. And as you guys know, I tell you guys this all the time, that having passing capabilities in the center back position is actually a really big deal, right? So for instance, if you did the Akanji card, and you have his showdown and you use him into the evolutions version, which is this one, this is a fantastic center back, right? He has all the right play styles that are very noticeable in game, and he has the passing stuff too. So that's why this SBC was worth doing, even though he tied and still got the improvement. It was still worth putting the improvement on top of that, you know, because again, has all the key play styles to work with. With Gvardiol, probably needs a little bit more to work with in the future, depending on an evolution that they could potentially drop. But as of right now, it is his best version, unless we are looking at the UCL road to the final Gvardiol, who could significantly improve in the future, depending on how well Man City does. I think road to the final, I think that's how it works for these guys, right guys? Sorry, I'm not in the game like that, so you gotta forgive me a little bit. Why do you go down 345k? Is it because of the evolution? I mean, I guess, right? Holy, it's that much that goes down? Holy, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, my dude. All right, I saw another one here that would be really interesting. Rudiger. Yeah, Rudiger would be kind of interesting. For people who are getting into like the Real Madrid squads, it's not a horrible choice. I don't think he's like a top choice. I think for this evolution in particular, you definitely want to go with the options of previous evolutions up until now. I think that's going to be the key thing with this one in particular. I think when you put him from a rare gold to a now type of card, it's not as significant in my opinion, right? Now, obviously with Rudiger, Jockey Plus, regular block and area plus, really cool stuff to work with, but you kind of see my point with this, right? I think improving these cards from evolutions that you have already done, like a Saliba, it just kind of makes the most sense in my opinion, right? You have players like Kounde, who also gets improved from the rare gold version. So again, for people who are just getting into the game and, you know, they want more of a free upgrade, they never did any previous evolutions, this is going to be a W for them, right? Because the only other alternative is the Winter Wildcard, who's gone down in price a little bit more because of the fact that this card now exists with a Jockey Plus, which I think is pretty significant to work with for the most part, right? In his case, he has Jockey Plus, Slide Tackle, Quick Step, and Relentless, right? So actually has a few decent playstyles to work with. Let's see what else we have here. Popular evolutions. Peak Foot Peak. Rudiger, Gvardiol, Timber. Oh, Timber gets one. Oh, okay. From, what was this? Centurion? Oh, Dynasties. Dynasties. Extinct. Wasn't this guy... Huh. Extinct, huh? 5-star weak foot. I mean, he's received some pretty significant improvements, but I think you would have to mainly use them as a CDM. With shooting stats like that, not super ideal. Shadow Chemistry Style puts him in a decent area. I mean, for people that are building like an Eredivisie squad, you can't really go wrong with that. If you need the Eredivisie Dutch links and whatnot. Stones gets one, but it's a 74 pace, kind of chalked. Chouameni gets one. From the rare golds, he has better evolutions by now. He has, this one was chalked. Is it this one that's good? I think so. No, that's Quick Step. He has one that's a intercept. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one is good. And then the one that I have in the other accounts, the Radioactive Maestro, is also good. This one doesn't have any playstyles on it though. The playstyles one would definitely be significantly better. Saliba, this is from a regular, I guess, right? Yeah, chalked. That's the thing, right? I think for a lot of these cards, they're significantly better if you've done evolutions for it already, right? Like, I don't think it's... Like, the rare gold right now is for people that are just getting into the game, right? But if you've been improving these cards, like, look at this one. Triple threat wingback, down the right side, weak foot. This guy actually gets a pretty significant card, right? Relentless plus Jockey, block, anticipate. Like, Tomiyasu's kind of like getting there eventually, you know? Getting there eventually. Shadow Chemistry Style. Mostly lengthy. Like, this is a nice card now. Mostly lengthy is actually a huge W for him. The dribbling would be kind of chalked in the right back position if you actually used him there, but the improvements are pretty significant. That's from the Inform, I think, right? Yeah, this is from the Inform. That's outdated for 72 pace. Bastoni, Varela, my boy, Varela, my boy. 5-star weak foot for him, eh? Shadow Chemistry Style. No comments on it. That's how you know people don't use these cards for sentimental. No chance. And to be fair, I never really see them being used. But if you are working with an FC Portal squad, he does have some playstyles. The playstyles are there for sure. Inform Extinct. 40k for him. Okay. Akanji 90. Jockey Plus. Might as well have done the SBC. Intercept Plus is too crazy. I mean, that's pretty much it. I think Varane and Saliba are tied, but I think Saliba's the best one, guys. Let's be real. Saliba's the best one. Intercept Plus is such a huge playstyle in this game, and he has like a regular anticipate still, you know? So if you did both of the upgrades, like, you're kind of chilling, you know? This review for the rare defender upgrade would have actually done well if I did it during that time period, but I was very unmotivated during that time period. But yeah, I do think that this is gonna be the best choice for this evolution for sure, especially if you've been like significantly improving them on a consistent basis. They're going to be the more ideal choices, I think. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. We'll do a 4-2-3-1 video today as well. Okay, peace out, my dudes. Love you guys.